I said a whole lot, and then like, damn, there was nothing there. So I'm gonna allow spirit to channel it back through me. Damn, that was good. I was going in. All right. So I was talking about the energy. Today is 999, September the 9th, 2025. That is 999. And even though September, etymology wise, origin wise, septem, septem, is the number 7, we have collectively agreed upon that the month of September is 9. Both are still true because the word September means 7. So that means that 7 is the root or foundation of it. But we've agreed upon utilizing this energy as 9. Now, the day is the 9th, and the year 2025 is the 9th. So we have 999. And whenever you have a trinity, you open up a portal, and the energy of that number is what is being realized. Whether you know it consciously or not, it doesn't matter. That energy is still working through us. So, the 9 is a number of transformation, endings of cycles in order to begin a new cycle, because when it ends, it begins at the same time, which is Pisces energy, which is why there are two fish. It's endings and beginnings, it's past and it's future. Now, because this is transformational alchemy type of energy, this is rebirth type of energy, that means that something has to die. Something has to be released. And this is a very emotional release because it's water. This is something that has been connected in the blood. This is something that has been connected from lifetime to lifetime because it's Pisces, as well as through your lineages. So, the other aspect of this energy and this 999 energy is that because it's Pisces, it's imagination. So, when we're children, we're given a set of beliefs, which is also Pisces. And these beliefs may or may not align with our own spirit, with our own divine, unique blueprint, which Spirit just broke down to me yesterday. It's just 333. I was led to watch this teacher, Dr. Mitchell Gibson. It's actually on Tubi. The show is called Spiritual Awakening, and he's the first episode, and he's breaking down and talking about the spiritual world, which is very Pisces. Okay, it's very Pisces for me to get into that right after the Pisces full moon and lunar eclipse that happened on Sunday, September the 7th, which resonated in 7 energy spirit. Again, very Pisces. And so he was breaking down different aspects of the spiritual world, but he also got into the mandala and how we all have our own unique mandala. And a mandala, Spirit told me, is actually your divine blueprint. It is the key to us activating our light body. It is the key to us activating our divine assignment and knowing what our purpose is here, like what we came to do. When I say purpose, I mean the mission, what we came here to do, what we came here to share, okay? What we came here to give to others, to the world, to the collective. And so all of this started to ignite and activate things in me that needed to be released, that were ready to be released because we're endings, we're in this 9-year, we're in this serpent energy where we get to shed what no longer resonates with us. And what I wanted to actually realize, what I wanted to express, what I did really, truly, soulfully desired to bring into this reality, to my world, to my universe. And because this just made so much sense to me, that we are all these unique, beautiful, sacred, geometric light, I'll just say bodies. I started to receive all of these channels. So one of the things I posted on my YouTube channel, and it was about And excuse me if I'm going in different places, it's all going to come together. So stay with me for those that are meant to. Stay with it. And I posted about that the devil is actually the double. And what I mean by that is double mindedness, which is in alignment with this mutable cross. When I speak of mutable cross, I'm talking about Pisces to Virgo, water to earth. That's one aspect. That's the horizontal aspect of the cross. And then we have Sagittarius to Gemini. That's fire to air. And that is the other aspect of the cross. That's the vertical aspect. So when they come together, they make the cross, which the Christians use, and Christianity is used as the symbol of Jesus. And the cross, for those who know spiritually, it actually is the human body as well. If you stretch your arms up, if you stand up and you stretch your arms up, out, that's the horizontal aspect. And then from head to legs, that represents the vertical aspect. Now, why this is important is because each aspect of this cross is also a part of the divine circle, which is spirit. So the circle is spirit, the cross is matter. And when you put those two together, that is the foundation of your mandala. That is the foundation of your divine key. And so spirit is unveiling to me that that is operating from the whole mind or the God mind. The devil mind operates in scatteredness, in separation, in division, in doubt, in fear, in lack, in poverty. It is operating as something that is separate from God, something that sees God as this unattainable construct, and that you have to sacrifice or give up something on the outside of yourself, and you have to continuously do this in order to get back into right standing with God. Because remember, we were given the belief system that we were born into sin, which actually sin means to miss the mark. And sin, if you really want to look at it, is a sin wave. We're born into waves, into particles. We're born into particles, which is what this existence is. It is particles of light being expressed as a human or a table or a tree or the sun, all of these things, right? Which looks like it's separate, when in actuality it is one whole being, which is what we call God. It is a symphony of sound and light. So it's vibration, it's frequency coming together to create a whole puzzle. But if you look at puzzles and they're not put together and you got all these pieces, you don't really know what it is. Each piece has a different pattern on it. But when you put the puzzle together, you can see the whole picture. That's very Sagittarius, which is the fire aspect of the cross, right? But when it's scattered, it appears to be different things that don't really relate to one another. But when you put it together, you realize that it was actually just this one whole image, this one whole picture. That is what we all are. We are all pieces. And when you put those pieces together, it gives you the whole image of God. And also, even in those fragments, what we call fragments, even in each of us as an individual, as these light bodies, if you look with this eye, you can still see the wholeness of God through it. And so Spirit was telling me to start seeing yourself and everything around you as the whole mind of God and not these separate things, because that puts you back into resonance with the God mind, with the Christ consciousness. And so then Spirit gave me, excuse me, then Spirit gave me the flower of life. And I was talking about how in the video that got cut off, I had come into knowing of this man on Instagram. I don't recall his name, but he was talking about or showing how he utilizes the flower of life. He has this crystal bowl with the flower of life imprinted on it, and it has a copper coil around it, right? And he also has a spiral coil where he lets the water come through in order to filter it, and then he puts the filtered water into this flower of life. And Spirit was telling me, because I was like, oh, I should get that. I should get this, that I could use my Piscean imagination, my power, which is the key to creation, to project using my spiritual eye, which I can look at that even as Sagittarius, the fire, to project it into everything, to project it around my body and my aura field, to project it in my cells, to make me see my cells as this light, this flower of life sphere that's lit up and spinning, to project it inside of my water, to project it in every aspect of my life and my food, to make it a living, breathing thing, which then becomes Virgo. Because here I am creating this ritual where I'm projecting this thing that comes out of my imagination into these physical things, into these particles that we call the physical reality, because we know science proves in quantum physics that nothing is really solid, that it is the vibration, the frequency in which it vibrates. If it's something slow or vibrating, it's going to appear hard or solid. But if it vibrates fast, it's something you will not be able to see with your two eyes. So our imagination is vibrating in this very high frequency. And in order, which is Pisces, in order to bring it into this physical reality, we have to be able to slow it down. And you do that from repetition. You do that from repeating things over and over again, which is very Virgo in nature, because we do these routines every single day. Everybody is utilizing their Virgo energy to do a routine over and over again, but most people are doing routines that do not benefit their spirit, that do not benefit them, that do not create the reality that they imagine, that they see as this far off thing that can never really happen. Because we've been taught that our imagination is just child's play, which in actuality it is child's play, but it is a powerful tool that we have been taught to use haphazardly to create what other people wanted to create. And that's because we were taught as children that our opinions didn't matter. We were taught that our opinions didn't matter because, oh, you're just children. You don't know no better. I know better than you. So we have been taught to look at something else as an outside authority over us. And we continue to operate as such, not giving credence and truth in our imagination, which then makes a never-ending cycle of you giving your power away to others. This is why people do the thing of, I take my power back, I claim my power back. And that is important. But we got to also understand that we give our power away every time we react to something someone else does. And we say somebody makes us mad. We're giving them power over us. No one can have power over you unless you give it to them. This all stems from the belief system that someone else's opinion is more valuable than our own opinion. And when you start to see that the true value lies within, your opinion is really the only opinion that matters. It outweighs everything else. How you see yourself, the story you've been telling yourself, which is actually becomes your belief system, because this is a loop that you continue to energize every time you think it. And because it's unconscious, it's in the subconscious mind, in your Piscean energy, you don't take it as being important. You think that is just how your life is, which that is the furthest thing from the truth. What your life really is a belief that you have adopted as truth and as fact, but it's actually an illusion, which means that it's a lie. It's a lie that you have been telling yourself over and over again, because as a child, you drew the conclusion that this is who you are based upon how other people saw you, or how you felt, which is very Pisces, that other people saw you. So now we get to use this beautiful 999 portal, which creates anything in threes, creates again a triangle, a trifecta. It creates a triangle, and you get to use this portal, this energy, this opening to release the things that do not resonate with your soul, with your spirit, and to draw in the things that do. Nines are endings. They're rebirths at the same time. Something dies to be reborn. Something dies to be reborn. Nothing ever dies. It transforms into something else. So we get to utilize all energy. This is not throwing away any energy. Women, if a man looks at you and he thinks you're the shit, he's super duper attracted to you. You get to take that energy and you get to purify that energy in your flower of life. And you get to make it whatever the fuck you want to make it. If somebody curses you out or calls you out of your name, again, that's their fucking opinion, but it's still energy. It is neither good nor bad. It is how you perceive it. When you take the power and say that this energy is not, it's not doing nothing to me because I'm divinely protected. I got this beautiful flower of life around me. So I'm going to take this energy and I'm going to purify this energy and I'm going to energize my own imagination. I'm going to energize the life that I want to create, that I want to experience, that I want to see. I'm going to take this energy and actually this flower life that I created is taking in that energy and it's purifying it into the divine light, into the original source, and it's making it what the fuck I say it is. That's it. That is operating in your power and in your authority, which remember, Saturn has retrograded back into Pisces. And Saturn is letting you know that you have to become your own master. You have to become your own authority. Pluto is in Aquarius. Pluto is your power. So all of these planets are inside of us and they represent aspects of ourselves. And every time there is a specific cycle, which right now being in a mutable cross is showing us with Saturn in Pisces and the moon in Pisces where we need to place our emotions, where we need to filter and release certain emotions, where we need to energize certain emotions, where we need to come into absolute authority in our own imagination, and how we can ground that through certain rituals. Whatever rituals are coming up right now, whatever things that you're being led to do, do them. Do them religiously, because that is something in you that is helping you. There's something you've been calling in and asking for, and you're being given the answers right now. You're being given the key to that thing right now. One of the things that I started saying, using my Gemini, using my throat chakra, using my voice to say, I said to Spirit to open up and allow me to see, which is a trinity. These two eyes and this eye, they make a trinity. I said, okay. Allow me to see my abundance. Allow me to see my blessings. Allow me to see how Spirit supports me. Allow me to see how I'm divinely protected. Allow me to see how I am the wealth. Allow me to see those things. I've been calling them in, yes, but allow me to see it. Show it to me. Make it plain. Allow me to be clear in who I am and what I'm here to do. That is what this 999 energy is allowing us for us to come back into, that knowing of who and what we are and what power we actually yield and have, and how we have had the power all along, but we have been utilizing it by giving it away to others. Every time you say the government, I'm sorry, I see something. It's a person over there that, as I was saying, allowed me to see. And then here I am seeing that a person that was under this pavilion over here. And I don't know how long they've been over there, but they could have been there for an hour. And I'm just now seeing it. So there are things that are right in front of our face. But if you don't have an open mind, Jupiter, if you don't have an open heart, you will miss it. You will miss the mark, which is sin. All right. So anywho, where was I going with it? It'll come back. But yeah, utilize your power. Yes, we've been taught to give our power away to everything outside of us, as something else is our authority. This is an outside God. And every time you do that, you deplete yourself. You weaken yourself. But when you call back in your power, when you take all energy as this is good. How what in Genesis, God would make something to say is good. That's what you're supposed to do. You've been given that power. So somebody do anything, it don't matter. That's good. Oh, that means that I'm manifesting it. That means that I've crystallized it. That means that I'm living my highest timeline. That means that I'm the most powerful being there is. That means that I'm in my divine mind. That means I'm standing in my divinity. That means I'm standing in my sovereignty, because that's what real sovereignty is. It is being the master, or master is actually the masculine. Mistress is the feminine. It's even understanding that words are truly spells. And when you know the origin of a word, you take back the power of it. When you know that virgin or Virgo actually means an unwed mother, and it has nothing to do with your sexual nature. It has nothing to do with whether or not you've had sex. So all the women that call themselves single mothers, you're actually virgins. Hello? You're an unwed mother. Guess what? So is Mary, so they say, right? Which means that Joseph, she wasn't married to Joseph. Right? So the way in which you perceive life is what it becomes to you. If you're closed-minded, you're operating in separateness. you're operating a double mind. If you're open-mindedness, but you have a narrow focus, you're operating in your God mind because you're operating more in a wholeness, Christ consciousness, coming back into center, coming back into the truth of your divinity and your sovereignty. All right? Operating this mutable cross, utilize all energies. Utilize Pisces, because that's where the moon was. That's allowing for you to create this inner world, your inner garden, your imagination. That's allowing for you to create the kingdom of heaven inside of yourself, because the Bible even says that the kingdom of heaven is within. That's your imagination. You get to utilize your imagination, the kingdom of heaven, and pull out all the weeds, pull out all of the thoughts that told you you weren't good enough, that told you that you were not enough, that told you that you were not valuable and your opinion didn't matter, that told you that you were small. You get to take all of those things and you get to then alchemize that into your greatness. You get to do that. You have the power to do that. But you have to know that you have it. Utilize this mutable cross. Utilize your Virgo energy to do things that feed your spirit. People have been feeding their body for long enough, and it's breaking them down. It's killing them. It's causing decay, because that's what death is decay, right? It's the decaying. So the foods you eat decay your body. The thoughts you think decay your body. The things you watch decay your body. The people you surround yourself with decay your body. The things you entertain decay your body. Unless you say that nothing is bad. It is all for my good, and it is what I say it is. And I command it to be a blessing. I command it to be my wealth. I command it to be my abundance. I command it to be my sovereignty. That's what we here for, y'all. That's what this energy is giving, y'all. Mutable is what? Changeable. It is transformational. This mutable cross is very alchemical. So, yes, use your Sagittarius to focus on higher ways of being and thinking and operating. Use your Gemini energy to channel higher energy and higher vibration. Utilize it to channel messages from your own divine self, from the God within. So I'm going to end on that note, y'all. But check out my post I did on my channel. It's the Cosmic Sanctuary Community, because my channel is called Your Cosmic Sanctuary. It is a safe space to express your true authentic self. It is a non-judgmental space. It is a space to come into your true knowing that who and what you are is magic. That's Pisces. Who and what you are is magic. So it's time to operate in that magic. It's time to step into it. And that this energy is giving us that. This energy, I feel so good. Leading up to this energy, I'm not going to lie, all this stuff was coming up and I felt like I just wanted to lay in the bed. I was napping. But it was good. It's what I needed in order to get to this space where I feel the wholeness. I feel whole. I feel complete. I feel like I'm the authority. And that's the thing. Your opinion is the authority, not anyone else's. Now, other people can give their opinions, that's fine, but it doesn't mean you have to accept it and say that it's fact. You give credence to it. You say that it's fact. You say that it's important. You place a value on it. So, that's it, y'all. I'm going to end on this note. I really appreciate just being in this space right now, of having this knowing, because that right there is, I feel like I won the lottery to be able to have this information. So, breathe, y'all. Have fun. Be in your childlike energy. Stop making this shit so serious. Stop taking yourself so seriously. Stop making everything a fucking chore. Stop making it hard work. If you're calling in ease, make it feel easy in your body. Make your nervous system feel at ease. Like, oh, this is easeful. Tap on your heart. Oh, this is easeful. It's supposed to feel like that. Alright. I love you guys. I really do. And I'm just sending you so much easeful transformation. Quantum leaps, because this is that type of energy. This is the maximum of it. Today is the peak of transformation in quantum leaping. So quantum leap inside first, and it will reflect on the outside of yourself. Stop feeding the animals. Stop feeding the old reality, the old patterns, that are in your subconscious mind, that are in your imagination. Weed them bitches out and transform it to what you say it is. Transform it to your wealth and your abundance. I call it my law. Love, abundance, and wealth. That is the only law that reigns here. Love, abundance, and wealth. Because I'm my own authority. All right? Have a beautiful day, y'all. Peace.